me, bunny! To the program recap.
Do you ever wonder how we've made it this far? I'd also like to know how we made it past all of these challenges that definitely should have killed off way more people than it did. No offense. Supposedly, survival of the fittest should be a thing. Well, I challenge that theory. Dumbass. Let's start at the beginning. Internet challenges started around 2010, and they really started to pop off. Things like the Cinnamon Challenge and Banana Sprite were something that would make us laugh. I like to call this era of challenges the Stone Age. Virality on the internet was still a pretty new concept, algorithms were in its infantile years, and we just discovered that daring someone to do something could spread via the internet like an STD. Just like in real life, we started with the basics of survival. This age probably had the most food-related challenges on the timeline. Compared to the other challenges down the line, these are probably the most harmless of the bunch. To other people, of course. Chubby Bunny was a pioneer of these, and people almost choked on like 12 marshmallows, which is kind of funny, but also terrible. We were like cavemen of the internet, hitting rocks with sticks, hitting our wrists with salt and ice, testing the limits of our stomach with bananas and Sprite. There's no doubt that this was a stupid time, but it was also silly for the most part, at least for those of us who weren't hospitalized for a collapsed lung after trying to swallow a spoonful of cinnamon. I probably remember this time with the most nostalgia and the most cringe. I participated in more of these than any of the other eras. I remember doing the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge in like 8th grade, and the water was barely cold, and it was probably in a Tupperware because I couldn't find a bucket in the house. It was also the most viral time. It was the birth of the Harlem Shake.
Do the Harlem Shake.
It's honestly really hard to listen to this song without imagining all the cringe. But it was huge. You can't not bring it up, and I can't not imagine PewDiePie in a pink bikini, which is an image I'm haunted by. Thank you, me, for bringing this topic back up. But dance challenges like this and the mannequin challenges were a lot of fun. In high school, my whole band class did it with our instruments, and it was a huge pain in the ass. But the end result was harmless fun that I can look back on fondly. In fact, I was at a party last weekend, and some guy said that we should all do the mannequin challenge or we're not allowed to drink. And I wondered how the fuck that guy knew I was making this video. The worst people did during this time was the Kylie Jenner lip challenge, which would bruise people's mouth, which is the biggest snitch that you could do for doing a stupid challenge. Way to go, you did something stupid. Now everyone can see that because your mouth is bruised for days. But really, it could have been a lot worse. In fact, it did get worse. Just like YouTube Rewind after 2016, it all went downhill. I'm not sure what shift occurred in the universe, but the vibe changed. Clout chasing became a thing, which made us, as a species, a lot dumber. Yes, there was in fact a time where people actually tried to eat these things. Back when I was a young memer in 2017, I thought it was all a bit, as many of us likely did. Who would eat a ball of poison? YouTube and other platforms actually took down a lot of the videos of this challenge, and frankly, I'm really tired of watching people gag and throw up while doing research for this video, so I'm pretty pleased. People were licking toilet seats on airplanes, and ironically doing things that we would normally cringe at if we saw a child unwittingly do the exact same thing. But the stupidity doesn't end there. How about we start doing crimes? Devious Lick started in 2021, around the time where I quit using TikTok because I feared for my remaining IQ after this long residency I've had on the internet, where I still reside, clearly. What was the point of eating a Tide Pod? Just don't die? Or Devious Lick, don't get caught committing an actual crime, which is the default goal after you commit a crime? At least the early challenges had a point. Albeit most of the time the goal was not to lose your dinner, it was still a clear goal. The challenging nature of these trends had long been lost to the jaws of shock value and clout chasing. There was a point where being stupid was just a bit, but not to the point where natural selection was being questioned. And I do question that. You may notice that the timeline ends about 3 years ago in 2021, because since then there hasn't really been a challenge trend that's taken the internet by storm like it used to. In a lot of ways, it's really fucking nice to have this recovery period for all the dumb shit we let slide in the past. But is it really over? Did we really learn from our mistakes? Truthfully, I doubt it. Clout chasing is a lot smaller of a deal than it used to be, and a hyper-personalization of someone's For You page or Shorts feed makes it more difficult for all of us to see the same things. Of course, some things get through, but it's pretty uncommon nowadays. The algorithm is a lot more evolved than it used to be, although we are not. But this could be what ended viral internet challenges as we knew them. Don't get me wrong, people are still doing these viral internet challenges in like recent past. I think iShowSpeed did the Chubby Bunny challenge like 2 years ago when it was popular in 2010. And I saw someone do a Banana Sprite challenge uploaded 1 day ago. Well, you know what's gonna happen. I don't know why you people want to throw up so fucking bad. I get like Max Mofo made a career off of it, but that was a long time ago. We've matured. No, we haven't. I'm lying. So how did we make it this far with survival of the fittest supposedly being a thing? I don't know. I don't know if if it's the nature of the internet, but do know that you could watch another one of my videos that question more dumb things that you haven't thought about in a very long time. So go check it out. It's so funny, you should click it. Click the video and subscribe. Click the video and subscribe.